Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the GRADUAN Go podcast, where we talk about careers, journey, and everything in between to help you out navigating the working world. I'm Nady, and today we're diving into the voices behind investED. So, the investED Leadership Program is designed to help fresh graduates break into Malaysia's capital industry, even if you don't come from a finance background. Like, it's all about the hands-on experience, personal growth, and stepping confidently into the working world. So with me today are two incredible alumni who have been through the program, grown from it, and are here to share what it's really like, from the wins to the challenges and everything in between. So let's kick things off with some introductions. Alia, Husna, tell us a bit about yourselves and what you're doing now.
Hi, hello. My name is Alia. I graduated in actuarial science. Now furthering to procurement departments. In procurement, I do a lot of spend analysis, cycle time trending, and also handling a lot more support operational in SC.
Hi, Nadi and Alia. My name is Husna and currently working with Securities Commission under Finance Department and currently holding the role of Budget and Treasury for Investment SC and its affiliates. So mainly my responsible is to manage SC and its affiliates investment on the unit trust, bond, and also the fixed deposit, which is the investment that it is allowed by the SC.
Wow, totally like a diverse background that we can see here.
Yeah.
So, Alia, just now you mentioned that you are currently doing procurement now. Before this, you were in actual science, right?
Yeah.
So, how is it? Like, is it totally different thing?
So like in a way it's the same because like in actuarial we learn about like handling data, and although it's not the the initial thought is like not the same, whereas like actuary is like more into like insurance data for like death, while here in procurement it's more like spending of SC. So essentially it's different, but conceptually it's the same.
I get it. Okay. Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. How did you learn about the investED leadership program? Like, what inspired you guys to apply for the investED leadership program? Like, what actually caught your eye back then as a fresh graduate?
Actually, I discovered investED program through one of their roadshow, which during I think early 2024, they attended one of the roadshow. Is like went to my Puncak Alam unit in Puncak Alam, and I attended one of their roadshow, which I managed to get a gist what is investED is all about. But since I knew that it is related to the capital market, and since my background is from finance department, finance background, education, so I have learned a bit about what is capital market. So I initially went through one of their staff during the roadshow, and I asked a more, I need to gain a bit more knowledge on how is it related with my studies lah during that time. So when I get information that I needed, I found it is really interesting, and that's why I go and went to their one of their I think it's on Mid Valley. They went to the through the Mid Valley, and I managed to get one of the invested and during that time this one of the invested cohort one explained to me. I think it is I managed to gain a lot of point of view that I needed from the participant
Oh,
itself.
so basically they actually explain to you about the capital market industry and what the program is about. And that actually make you more interested to join,
Yep.
is it? That's interesting. What about you, Alia?
So I started as an intern here at SC in yeah. So I started here in MSP where I do a lot of like policies and the regulations in Malaysia. More like in capital markets lah. So I started with that, and so I meet my friends. They were talking about invested. I was like, what is invested? So I feel like, okay, I learned, I search actually like what is invested. So I feel like, oh, okay, this is where I learn about like capital markets and stuff. So yeah, actually not lying, I actually want to follow them lah. So
Nice to know.
yeah, I want to follow like, oh okay, since I have friends, so it's why not? So like you can learn more and like gain more friends. So that's why I think I get into the invested.
So basically speaking, intern, you're doing policies
Yeah.
and then going through the investor program where you actually learn about the capital market and then move on to procurement.
Yeah.
Girl, how are you doing that?
So in a way, it's different. Like it's vastly different, but the similarities was like strategize. So in policies, we meet a lot of intermediaries. I met like I had the chance to meet Kazana people. I had to
that's
meet
nice.
CGC people. Also like more intermediaries like for example Mercury who attended SC and we met them due for a meeting because SC had like published a book with MSME and MTC roadmap. I was one of the publisher that lah. I assisted my team in that. So I gained my experience to that and I learned capital market, but it's just like a touchdown, not really like really into that. So afterwards, I managed to get into invested, and then I know like, oh okay, this is in nature. This is what I'm currently doing. I understand more like what I'm doing right now. Although in procurement we don't really do like capital markets and all, but in a way I can do strategies. So I do strategies in terms of like handling vendors and handling our internals lah. So in a way it's the same in nature.
So basically, before you join the investor program, right, you guys have like a limited knowledge about the capital market, right? So after you join the investor, do you actually like gain a lot of knowledge or information about the capital market industry?
Actually, yes, because on average, I think we have met around more than 10 speakers, which most of them have background dealing with capital markets programs lah. And one of the speakers actually the one who created the RIA investment in ASNB. So he mentioned that he's actually is not one of the developers during his background lah. So he starting to learn from scratch and explain how did he manage to build the app and also how did he manage to grasp all the knowledge in order to build the app related to an investment. So I find it is actually really interesting that some people really go through a lot of struggles to challenge themselves and successfully build something that it is really useful for others, especially Bumi Putra.
So moving on to the next question. Now every journey like comes with its ups and downs, right? What were some of the biggest challenges you faced during the program and how did you guys actually overcome them?
I find it the biggest challenge I had was to defend your point of view from other people. Like such, we had a session where we need to debate with other groups. And
You do have that kind of thing?
yeah,
Debate?
we do.
In the
They
program?
give us like maybe 10 group for 2 different case study, and we need to work that on for 2 hours. And
2 hours.
Yeah, and then defend your arguments with other people. And then, since there are a lot, I think more than 10 law graduates from them, from the group, and also, you know, how can you argue with lawyer? Yeah, they had lawyers also.
Oh, this is new information for me because I thought you guys are like going to class and learning like the capital market industries. I never thought that you guys are going to debate to do debate.
Yeah, we do
in the
have
program.
debate. Which the material is actually coming from current situation, real life situation. So you need to actually understand what's happening and also defend, even though you know that for some instance there are a few cases that you know they are the party that we put blame on, but you as the people who get the blaming need to defend your your justification also.
That is a challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so I have a question for Alia lah. How do you manage the learning curve during the program, especially since you weren't from a finance background?
So I read Actually, I do like studies before the class. Although it sounds nerd, but I do that. So like the lecturer will give us like materials a day before, and I go through that a lot. Yeah, I do like there are some exercises I do that also. So like for in the next day I feel like confident, so I can ask more and like answer more.
Was it hard to catch up with like to compare with people from finance background like so?
Yeah, actually it's hard to catch up because my what I learned back in uni is like vastly different. It's only investment. I can only know like at that point. So other stuff like ECF, P2P, buybacks, I'm not sure what is that. So I had to like a little bit efforts, but yeah, that's how I.
Great. And now you're here with
Yeah,
us.
no,
Okay, so next, let's talk about wins for a moment. Can you share like a significant success story or milestone from your invested journey?
Okay, for me, I actually managed to get second prize for the Sustainability Week, which what we need to do is download an app called Susgain Impact. Inside there, is actually a comprehensive application where you learn how to do sustainability things, such we have daily and even weekly tasks, which the duration is for 1 month during our learning in ESB. So what we do is actually just upload your sustainability activities, such how you manage your disposal.
So
Yeah.
basically you record everything in the app, is it?
It's actually like Instagram story, but built in one app.
in a way I think it's a locket.
Yeah,
Locket
yeah,
app.
Kinda like
something
Locket,
like
yeah.
Locket, where you can post it like WeChat
Anything,
story. Yeah,
right.
you can, and then you can even interact with other people.
You can interact
Yeah, you
as
can,
well.
can interact with other people.
Basically, it's like a Snapchat kind of.
Kind of like
yeah.
Gen Z app. So
Yeah.
I find it really interesting lah.
Very
That's
interesting.
Why, yeah, that's why I focus, put my effort a little bit into that, because I like to document everything. So inside there is actually there is a one task where we have to journal what we did every day. So I like writing.
Oh, you
what
like
I did every
writing
day.
too?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Because I love journaling as well. So that is actually a perfect initiative. So basically, like since you said you won the second prize, right? Is it the an individual kind of project?
Yeah, it's an individual project lah.
Good job. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Really. So what about you?
So actually, I am one of the best students in invested program. So I think from the announcement, I heard like I did contribute, ask a lot more, answer a lot more. I participate in the class. So that's how I get the role, I guess.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Great. Wow. Best student.
So I don't know actually why I won, but initially that's the response that I got lah.
No, actually I know lah why she won, and she deserve it. Every time there is a new topic raised, she will raise up her hand.
She
and
will be one of the
sometimes
first.
argue with the speakers and say that, oh no, I think I learned something like this. Why you said something like this? And then the speakers
Wow.
actually need to call her after the session and explain. Yeah,
Really?
explain more.
That is why you're one of the
Yeah.
best students. Girl, you're doing great. Okay. Fast forward today, how has being part of invested actually influenced your professional journey? Like, did you guys have the, ever since you settled SPM, right? Maybe you have this one ambition that you want to do, but then it kind of changed in a way.
You want to start first or me? Okay. So actually, realistically speaking, I don't have any ambitions. What I just want, like, just earn money, just be like someone, just be someone at least.
Okay.
And yeah, I think being someone without ambitions, right? You have to earn something. So that's why I feel like you learn more, you step up from your comfort zone. So like that's why it's in a way it's called the journey starts when you are out of your comfort zones.
true.
Yeah, because in class, right, people tend to like deep dive into like real life cases, whereas like we have no clue what is that.
Yeah,
Like
true.
there's like one
What
class,
are you
right?
talking about?
Yeah, I feel like what are they talking about? So I feel like general question is
Actually
really
help a lot,
important.
yeah. Because sometimes we will just, want to ask that question, but sometimes they're too scared.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's okay to be one of those people who are actually brave enough to actually just shoot the question.
A lot of speakers during our 1 month learning in ESB, they tend to speak in layman term so that everyone can understand what they trying to deliver rather than use the
Specific,
specific
detailed
term
terms.
that most familiar with people with knowledge.
That's nice. Okay, so do you guys think invested program, right, shape how you see your career and how you approach your work? Like, in the way you're doing your daily task.
Yeah, for me, yes, because my task is dealing with investment currently, and for investment, you need to be very very detailed on how much you want to put to that investment and the how you gonna do the how you want to do the returns you get from the investment. For mostly like SC and its affiliates, we using the return from investment to manage the operational expenses. So I need to ask all the line departments of what their expected expenses for every month and need to manage our internal investment in order to manage the expenses, I think. So that what I learned from 1 month learning in ESB is that there are a lot of things you need to take into account rather than, investment is actually based on why people do investment. Or sometimes people do, because I want to get rich, I want to get the return only.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you do the task from scratch, you need to understand there are different reason why people do investment. Sometimes they just want to get the capital, get the interest, the profit. But what I managed to catch is that investment also help you to understand what is going on with the world and how like economic impact will affect severely your investment. So you need to understand what you do on. There's a lot of things you can invest which give you a lot of returns, such if you go with high risk investment, yes, high risk reward, but you need to know in order to get that high risk reward what you have to do. So that's what I'm doing currently and still learning that how much some things happening in the world will have an impact through your investment, also your daily life actually. Yeah.
Nice, interesting. Because I think not everyone has much of knowledge about the capital market industry and invested banking, right? So it's great to know that you actually gain a lot of knowledge and skills throughout the invested program to help you out during this working world, right?
So
You
as
wanna
for
add?
me, right, it's really communication. I learned to communicate more. I gain a lot of friends there. So like being in procurement, what I do is like communication, vendor and also internal. So like that, I'm not scared lah to ask like, oh why, oh what do you
Yeah.
want? Like if there's complaint, I can handle that because I learned communication. I handle a lot of people. So like that, we know like a lot of like people are not the same behaviorally, right? Some people might like be like terasa with these people and all. So I can manage that being in the invested lah, because I meet new friends, new nature.
Networking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so nice to know like invested program actually helps you out in terms of the capital market and also in other skills
Gain
as well,
friends.
like communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that I have a friend who's doing procurement, right? She actually has to talk a lot with a lot of vendors,
Yeah.
dealing with the complaints and all. So I know what you're going through. All right, next question. Now that you have graduated from the program, in your view, how can invested alumni contribute to the growth and support of current participants?
So I think investED is a good initiative for for the graduates, new graduates, as it can pipeline the students like to companies. So people nowadays it's hard to get a job, right?
Yeah.
So here, like as one of the initiative from MOF, it's a good pipeline for them to learn also at the
Yeah.
same time. Yeah, and actually there's some graduates also keep asking me like, oh,
Really?
what is investED, or like, do I get like job here? Do I get incentive? Do I get like allowance there, here and there? So I feel like people are interested there in investED. So yeah.
So, since you're telling us that graduates are asking you about the investor program, did you actually like tell in social media or anything about your?
I posted lah in my LinkedIn, so I do tell them, oh, okay, based on what I experience, what my knowledge is, so for them to like, if they're interested, they can go into the program.
That's great. That's great because they actually will gain new infos lah about the program instead of just looking through the websites.
I think because a lot of my friends from our cohort, uh, people from LinkedIn trying to reach us since we have updated that we graduated
Really?
from invested program, and they ask what is the difference between invested program and other programs from other banks and also companies that
Yeah.
do a lot of initiative, something like this and then I think because there are too many programs, they are overwhelmed. They don't know which
program that they should.
Yes, suitable for them. And since in the LinkedIn we updated based on our background, a lot of people from our background is actually trying to reach us and ask, okay, since in uni we learned something like this, how you find that invested is a suitable program? Why you choose this one? Why is and that lah?
It's so nice that we actually have people like you guys that can actually deliver the info about invested program because sometimes people just confused and quite lost on what it's actually about. So before we wrap up, I have another last question. If you could leave one message or lesson for current members of invested, what would it be?
For me, it's actually if you are managed and lucky enough to join the cohort 3, you should enjoy your learning process and make a lot of friends there. Do not be afraid. Just try to blend in with everyone, even though you think that they are not suitable, their behavior is different from me. But it's actually when you going through your another life phase, such as starting your career journey, I think have more friends with different background and also a little bit different than you can refer to them. Maybe now you don't see what is the point of me being friends with them, but in the future I think that will be a lot of help for you.
Great. Nice message to those people out there to make friends with people from different backgrounds. What about you, Alia?
So as someone who is an introvert, I know it's hard to make friends, to communicate, to ask because of our shyness, right? So I feel like just step out, because if not now, then when? Because I feel like that's the only stage that provide you on how to learn on the capital markets. So I feel like there is nowhere else where if you learn from YouTube, you cannot ask, you cannot like learn a lot more lah. There's no hands-on. So I feel like if you step up, you ask, just don't be shy. Just ask everything. If you have something in mind, right? If you don't want to ask on the stage, right? You just go. Just go to the lecturer and ask, why is this? Why is this? Speak up. So I think that's the most important part. Just speak up. Don't be shy. Yeah.
That's great. Don't be shy and speak up. That was such a great conversation, guys. Thank you so much, Husna and Alia, for being so open and real about your journey with Invested. It's inspiring to hear how much growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone. And to our listeners, whether you're considering the Invested Leadership Program or you're just curious how it works, we hope today's episode gave you a clearer, more personal look at what it's really like on the inside. Thanks so much for tuning in into the Graduan Go podcast. We'll catch you in the next episode.